Hello, my name is Gotham Waifu, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about something that is really stressful and really hard to talk about, but it's one of the things that I get the most questions about, which is pricing. So, if you are new here, or if you're a returning subscriber, before I get into today's video, I just want to remind you to please subscribe, share my videos, like them, or comment something, or just show some support somehow, because you know, I gotta let YouTube know I'm here. I have to let people know I'm here. You gotta let them know I'm here with the info for you guys. Anyways, I'm gonna be looking at my phone because I have some notes. It's really hard to stay on track. I'm also gonna be reading off my old menu just so I can kind of have some talking points to go over, because I've tried to film this like 4 times now, and I get too confused and go off on a tangent. So, pricing. I think when we talk about pricing, the first thing that we need to think about is, do you want to sell seriously, or do you just want to have fun? And do you even care if you make sales? Do you just want to have a fun experience, pretty much? Because there are some girls that are just, having fun. They're just doing their thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you are somebody that is trying to make money, you're going to have a different approach than somebody who's just casually doing this. For instance, if you're casually doing this, of course, everyone makes their own prices, but you get more freedom because it doesn't really matter if people buy your stuff or if they don't. You're just here for the experience. So you don't even have to worry about what you charge, because you do you. Or if you already have a following, if you got a following from TikTok, YouTube, wherever, you already have a following and you already know that people are gonna, buy from you no matter what, then you can pretty much put your prices at wherever you want to put them, and no questions asked, people are gonna pay for it. But if you're somebody like me, and you don't have a following, because I don't have a following. I have a small one, and it's for the DOMs and sellers and new sellers and things like that. But previously I did not have a following. So if you're starting from the ground up, you unfortunately are going to have to price competitively. Now, don't do what other people are doing. I'm not saying go out here and charge the exact same prices as these other girls are charging, because one of the main points I wanted to talk about is, don't lowball yourself. Please do not lowball yourself. I've seen girls sell 35 pictures for $8. That is lowballing, okay? Do not do that to yourself. You're worth way more than that. And I just really want to stress, everybody's worth more than $5. So please don't sell yourself for $5 unless you're completely comfortable with that. I know everyone has a different view, but to me, I feel like selling your content for $5 is just contributing to a bigger problem of guys expecting the cheapest prices all the time, when not everyone wants to put themselves at that low of a price. If you want to put yourself for $5, go ahead, you do you. But I just know, for me, my work, my pride won't let me do that. So that's something to take into consideration. And I think there is no definitive answer on what your prices should be, but I do think there are definitely things that you need to keep on mind to better price yourself for yourself. Any video that you watch on this, nobody's going to have an exact price. And even if you go around asking people, nobody's going to have a rubric of pictures cost this much, videos cost this much, texting costs this much, video sessions cost this much. There is none of that. There is none of that. You basically charge what you want to charge across the board. It's just, when you are doing it for fun, you don't really have to care about what people think, and you don't really have to think about buyers. But if you're doing this for serious, you do have to think about, okay, well, are people going to buy it for this price? That's it. Kind of like when you're starting your own business, is exactly the same thing. This is a business, so think about if people are going to buy it or not. I think emotionally, you really have to be okay with your prices, and you really have to take that into consideration, because it can take a mental toll on yourself if you're not okay with your prices and you just charge that price just because you saw somebody else doing it. So that's why I say genuinely be okay with your prices, and also make sure that nobody is going to deter you or try and talk you out of your prices, because we get guys all the time haggling us for prices and trying to haggle us down. Don't let anybody do that to you. Stick to your prices. Your prices are your prices. I'm sorry, okay, here we go. Okay. Yeah, and then the next questions, I think once you figured out if you're doing it competitively or if you're doing it for fun, I think the next questions you have to ask yourself are, okay, well, do I want to just solely be a content creator, or do I want to also do sessions, or do I want to do both? Like, or do I just only want to do sessions? Because some people just straight up only want to do sessions. They don't want to have to deal with all that, marketing of making an I want clips or in many vids and all these other things that they can put their content up on, like pictures and videos and things like that. They just kind of want to, like, all right, you want me to dominate you through DMs? All right, let me do that. Just get straight to it. Some people want to do that. Some people don't really want to talk to other people, and they just kind of want to, like, here's my content, buy it. Which is kind of like how I am. Like, I do sessions and I do content creation, but my main thing, I would rather it just be content creating. For some other things to think about would be like, if you want to be a content creator, or if you want to create content just in general, like, you don't have to put yourself in any of these boxes, but just for example, if you do want to sell content, you have to think about your pre-made prices. So how much are you going to charge for one picture? How much are you going to charge for a set of pictures? I'm going to tell you now that sets and bundles of things tend to do the best. You don't really get too many people saying that I really only want one picture from you. So I think the better thing to do would be like make sets of photo sets, like even if it's 5 pictures, 10 pictures, 15 pictures, whatever. But make sure that you are selling more than one. And if somebody is really like, no, I really want just one, I would say personally for me on my menu, one picture was $10. Okay. I'm not gonna, no, my pictures are nice. No $5. So pre-made prices, same thing with videos, and videos are a little tricky because you charge per minute, and also you charge for what is happening in the video and what the video is about. How long it took you to not just film that video, but how long did it take you to make that video? How hard was it to make the little snippet, like, that you advertise everywhere? Like, all of those things come into account when you're thinking of prices for anything. Even if it's custom, you have to think about these things. Speaking of custom content, you have to even decide, is that something that you want to do? Because if you don't want to do custom content, you absolutely do not have to. If you don't want somebody to be like, hey, can you do this pose, this kind of style? I want this kind of outfit. Here's a script. Like, if you don't want that, which I'm not saying all clients are like that and very particular or whatever. Some people are really general. I'm just saying custom content is definitely something you have to think about, even if you like, do you really want to do all that? Because it's a lot of work. It's not like somebody just does a custom and you have to take time out of your day. Sometimes you have to like go over and beyond. So you have to even decide if that's a responsibility that you want to take on. But if you do, the way that you come up with your custom prices, make sure that your custom prices are more than your pre-made prices. So a custom that is a video, well, what is your regular video price? For me, my regular videos were $15 and they were in between 1 and 3 minutes. Now my custom videos were automatically, and this is for me specifically. Other girls do it differently. Some girls will do like per minute. Some girls will do like $10 per minute, or I've seen, custom clips go for like 30 seconds for $30. Like I've seen a bunch of things, but for me anyway, it was like $25 base price, and you get a certain amount of minutes And then each minute that you wanted to add on would be $5. And then depending on your specifications, like if you had something specific you wanted me to say, do where, you know, there's a specific kink. Maybe it's a kink that is just, it takes a lot of time. Maybe the angles that you want just take more time to film. So I'm going to add money onto that too, because I have to think about how long it's going to take for me to film it and edit it. So there's all that to take into consideration. Same thing with pictures. Like, don't just be like, okay, well, $10 per picture. Also think about how long it's going to take you to take all those pictures. How long is it going to take for you to edit all those pictures? And do you need a specific outfit or whatever? Like, take all that in consideration. Like, you just got to think about these things. I really hate how general it is, but it's pretty much what it is. And then sessions, if you want to do sessions, which you don't have to do sessions, okay? If you don't want to do sessions, and by sessions I mean, so like people who want to be humiliated. Actually, I made a list. I made a really quick list of what classifies as a session. So there's humiliation sessions, there's instruction sessions where you like tell somebody how to jerk off. I hope I can say that on YouTube. You can expose people. I love exposing people. Like when somebody says, hey, I want you to put me on your timeline. I love doing that. Tasks, that's a really big one, but it's a really hard one because I'm not one of those people that can just come up with tasks. Like girls will be like, yeah, lick the toilet bowl. What's another one? Smash your balls into the freaking toilet seat. Like there's some things that girls they just come up with things. Film yourself like drinking your own pee. Like there's some things that these girls just come up with. Those are tasks pretty much. Chatting. So like, do you want to like adult talk through text? Do you want to do it on the phone? Do you want to do video chat? All of those are optional. You don't have to do any of them. You don't even have to chat if you don't want to. Like for the longest time, I wouldn't. Now, I don't. I just talk to the people that have subscribed to my OnlyFans. They get privilege for that. By the way, shameless plug, I have an OnlyFans. If you are a beta who is into censored content, go subscribe to my OnlyFans. Link in the description below. Yeah. Anyways, orgasm control. So like you can tell somebody if they can release or if they can't, you know, when, where, how, because sometimes there's different, you know, there's different, like maybe you can make it so like, oh, you can release if you do such and such. Like you get creative with things like that. Some people do like to pay to get ripped off. I've had it before where they're just like, oh, you're gonna send me censored pics. And I'm like, yeah. But we've already talked about it beforehand that it's gonna be a rip-off session. So then I send them like a picture of me like flipping off the camera or something instead of what they were expecting. There's findom, which I just really wanted to touch on findom. I want you guys to see findom as an individual session when I'm talking about it in a session form, because you can be a findom and only a findom, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actually just doing a session, like a findom session, which you're gonna have to talk to your sub because each fin sub is different and they want different things. So you're gonna have to talk to them before you know, go into that kind of session. Any session really, any type of transaction you need to communicate. Don't just go in there calling everyone a loser, a beta, insulting like off the wall. Like that is not, you just have a normal conversation. You try and get a tribute from them. If they don't want a tribute, move on to the next person. They're most likely wasting your time. It is what it is. There's even GFE, which is girlfriend experience, where you just kind of pretend to be somebody's girlfriend for like a day or an hour or a week. You know, some people go up to a month. I feel like, dang, y'all dedicated. Like there's different things that you can do. And if you're not sure if something exists, just look it up on Twitter specifically, because That's kind of like where you're gonna find most of your information. Ask your fellow doms. Ask the engagement group. That's another reason why I said get in at least one engagement group, because if you're not sure, you can just ask your friends. Best resource. They're gonna know what to tell you, and you just might feel comfortable with them, and you'll definitely learn some things that you didn't know. Yeah, as far as pricing goes, I think at this point I'm just gonna go down my old menu, so that way, you know, I can feel like I covered everything that I can cover. So my pre-made videos were, I think I said it earlier, $15 for 3 to 5 minutes, and that's just like, you know, it might be around here, like, yeah, it might be around here. My pre-made pictures, I automatically put pictures at $10. Like if you just want one picture, I'm getting $10. But I put 10 pictures for 15, 15 pictures for 20, 20 pictures for like 25. I think I would probably make adjustments to that if this were still my menu, but this is just to give you guys like an example of some prices. Let's see, my custom videos, which I never really got any requests for custom pictures, and that's why they're not on here. But hey, if you want to do it, I think my custom pictures were $20 each. And then right here I have a bundle. Here's a bundle, 5 for $55. So if you decide to bundle and you want to do groups, you want to make sure that, you know, if you're charging individually, are they getting a deal when they get it in a bundle? So just kind of gauge that price out. For my custom videos, my base price was $25 for 3 minutes. I know some people feel like that was a little generous, but you know, even I kind of feel like that was a little generous considering like what everyone else is doing. Some people are literally doing like $10 a minute and they're not even having a base price. I just picked a base price because I felt like for me it was easier to calculate price that way, but you don't have to have a base price. You could just charge by the minute if you want to. Also I said $5 for each additional minute. So not $5 just by itself. I'm already getting 25, but if you want any longer than 3 minutes, you're gonna have to pay for that. And then on top of that, price varies depending on specifications. So if you have specific specifications that you want, I'm gonna charge accordingly to what I see fit. Video chats were $2 a minute for me, and I said I'm not getting on for, you know, any less than 10 minutes. So 2 times 10, I wasn't getting on video chat for less than $20. And that was for feet at the time. And then my bundles I decided were like 3 pictures and 1 video for like $35. 5 pictures for 2 videos were like $45. So just things like that. I mean, I kind of feel like I would like to make changes to this, but this is no longer my menu. This is just something to just keep in mind. You can like, and by the way, this is for feet. I don't know if I already said that, but this is for feet. Right now I don't currently have a menu. I kind of need to make a menu, but lately I've just been kind of just going with the flow, because usually I only interact with people that are in my OnlyFans, and those are usually the people that buy anything from me, like if they want sessions, if they want a tribute, or if they just want a tip, because sometimes they just tip. So I just pretty much play everything by ear. If somebody wants a session, I just kind of say a price that like I'm okay with and what I just feel like at that moment. There's never really a set price, and I feel like, you know, it's a little more dominating that way because there is no set price. It's like it's whatever I feel. Yeah, I do that. If somebody wants pictures or if they want videos or whatever, I talk to them about those prices. Like usually I'll have them like tell me what they had in mind, and then I'll come up with a price based off of that, because going by a minute and whatever, and just, I don't know, it just feel like it creates too much banter back and forth of like, you know, well, you said according to this and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, I want this much. I want this much. I just want this much. So you don't absolutely have to have a menu. You don't absolutely have to have prices. If you're just kind of playing things by ear. But I highly recommend that you have a menu. I do. I'm being lazy, but I highly recommend that you have a menu, and I hope that this helped. I know it's probably still really, really, really vague, but I definitely do think go on Twitter, look at, you know, the DOMs that are on there or the sellers that are on there, look at people that do what you want to do and look at their menus, and just kind of get an idea. Just remember, do not lowball yourself, and be absolutely sure that you want to be okay with that price and that you're okay with it, and you stick to your guns. Okay, that's really all I can tell you about pricing, that I can really think of anyway. If you have any more pricing, like if anybody wants me to help them with their menu, they can. You can ask me. I will do it, because I know everyone's different and everyone's doing different things. So it's, you know, it's really not the same for any one person. If you don't want to ask me, ask around. I think some girls will definitely be able to help you out with prices, or just like where to start with that whole thing. I think go down a list of kinks, like go to ManyVids, go to Clips for Sale, go to I Want Clips. I Want Clips is a really big clip site. They have like a list of fetishes. Go through the categories, see what things resonate with you, find out what sessions involve those fetishes and things like that. Also pay attention to what people are asking you for. Also pay attention to what other people are talking about, like on the timeline. So people you follow on Twitter or Reddit or whatever, if they're talking about sessions that they do, pay attention to what sessions that they're doing and look into those sessions and see if there's something that you would be interested in too. So just, yeah, if you have any more questions, let me know. And if you got this far in the video, please leave a black heart in the comments. Remember, subscribe, like, share, comment, subscribe, turn your notification bell on. Contact me if you had your own questions. My social medias are going to be in the links down below. And yeah, I hope this was helpful, or just kind of, you know, gave you some hope that you can just do what you want to do, and it's okay. It's okay. You don't even have to second guess. Just do what you want to do. That's really pricing, okay? Just do what you want to do. Okay. All right. Bye. Have a good one.